Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, recently completed Jaiswal Bridge is constructed over which of the following rivers? Chenab, Ravi, Jhelum or Indus? The correct answer is option A, Chenab. Recently, the Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways informed that the construction of a two-lane Jaiswal Bridge over River Chenab has been completed. It is a part of Udhampur-Ramban section of NH44. It will alleviate congestion along the Chandarkot to Ramban section, ensuring smoother vehicular movement. It will facilitate the seamless passage of vehicles and pilgrim traffic during the Sri Amarnath Yatra on the Jammu-Srinagar National Highway 44. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements regarding Pradhan Mantri Bhartiya Janaushadhi Pariyojana. 1. It is launched by the Department of Pharmaceuticals of the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. 2. All drugs procured under this scheme are tested for quality assurance at NABL accredited laboratories. 3. It aims at educating the masses about generic medicines. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, or none? The correct answer is option C, all three. Recently, the Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has praised the decision to allow 2,000 primary agricultural credit societies or PACs to open Pradhan Mantri Bhartiya Janaushadhi Kendras across the country. It is a campaign launched by the Department of Pharmaceuticals, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers in association with central public sector undertakings. Hence, statement 1 is correct. All drugs procured under this scheme are tested for quality assurance at NABL National Accreditation Board laboratories, accredited laboratories, and is compliant with WHO GMP, that is World Health Organization's Good Manufacturing Practices benchmarks. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The scheme aims at educating the masses about generic medicines and that high prices are not always synonymous with high quality. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, Amrit Generation Campaign Naye Bharat ke Sapne is an initiative of which of the following ministries or institutions? Ministry of Women and Child Development, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, or Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises? The correct answer is option A, Ministry of Women and Child Development. Recently, the Ministry of Women and Child Development launched the Amrit Generation Campaign in collaboration with Meta. It is an initiative to empower and engage the youth of India by encouraging them to express their aspirations and dreams for the future. The Amrit Generation Campaign invites young people from across the country to showcase their creativity and share their aspirations by creating reels on Instagram and Facebook. The participants are encouraged to explore their ambitions and what they aspire to become when they grow up, fostering a sense of community and inspiring others in the process. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, which of the following statements is true regarding prepaid payment instruments or PPIs? PPIs can only be issued by banks and financial institutions. PPIs can only be loaded with cash and cannot be linked to a bank account. PPIs are commonly used for making online purchases and bill payments, or PPIs are exclusively available in physical card form and cannot be digital. The correct answer is option C. PPIs are commonly used for making online purchases and bill payments. Recently, an RBI appointed committee has recommended that the central bank should examine the extension of Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation cover to prepaid payment instruments. They can be issued by various entities including non-banking entities like mobile network operators, payment banks and non-banking financial companies. They can be loaded with cash as well as linked to a bank account, enabling users to transfer funds between the PPI and their bank account. They are commonly used for making online purchases and bill payments, offering a convenient and secure mode of digital transactions. They are available in both physical card forms such as prepaid cards as well as digital forms like mobile wallets and virtual cards. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, which of the following participated in the recently conducted India, France and UAE Maritime Partnership Exercise? INS Trishul, INS Tarkash, INS Magar or INS Shivalik? The correct answer is option B, INS Tarkash. Recently, the first edition of India, France and UAE Maritime Partnership Exercise commenced on 7 June in the Gulf of Oman. INS Turkish and French ship Surkov, both with integral helicopters, French Rafale aircraft and UAE Navy maritime patrol aircraft are participating in the exercise. The exercise witnessed a wide spectrum of naval operations such as surface warfare involving tactical firing and drills for missile engagements on surface targets, helicopter cross-deck landing operations, advanced air defense exercise and boarding operations. The maiden exercise aims to enhance trilateral cooperation between the three navies and pave way for adopting measures towards addressing traditional and non-traditional threats in the maritime environment. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is recently seen in the news. Maitree Setu is constructed over which of the following rivers? Feni, Meghna, Brahmaputra or Jamuna? The correct answer is option A, Feni. Recently, the Indo-Bangladesh Maitree Setu was seen in the news. The 1.9 kilometer long bridge, which was inaugurated jointly by the Prime Minister of India and Bangladesh in March 2021. The India-Bangladesh Friendship Bridge or Maitree Setu is constructed over the Feni River at Sabroom in South Tripura. The bridge is named Maitree Setu or the Friendship Bridge to symbolize growing bilateral relations and friendly ties between India and Bangladesh. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, which movement was led by Birsa Munda in the late 19th century against the oppressive British colonial rule in the Chota Nagpur region of India? Nakada movement, Harwar rebellion, Ulgulan movement or Koya uprising? The correct answer is option C, Ulgulan movement. Recently, the Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh paid homage to the legendary tribal leader Birsa Munda on his death anniversary, which is observed on June 9. The Ulgulan movement took place from 1899 to 1900, led by the tribal leader Birsa Munda. The movement aimed to resist the exploitation and oppression faced by the tribal communities due to the British colonial rule. The Ulgulan movement of 1899 also involved the use of weapons and guerrilla warfare to drive out foreigners. Munda encouraged the tribals to refuse following colonial laws and paying rent. He encouraged changes in the social sphere too, challenging religious practices to fight against superstition, and became known as Bhagwan or God and Dharti Abba, that is father of the earth, by his followers. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the Sagar Parikrama initiative. 1. It is an initiative of the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. 2. The phase 7 includes the coastal areas of Mahe, Ernakulam and Kozhikode only. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Recently, the Sagar Parikrama phase 7 started from Madakkara, Kerala. It is an initiative of Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It is an initiative to resolve the issues of the fishers, other stakeholders and facilitate their economic upliftment through various fisheries schemes and programs. The Department of Fisheries GOI and National Fisheries Development Board, along with the Department of Fisheries, Government of Kerala, Government of Puducherry Union Territory, Government of Lakshadweep Union Territory, Indian Coast Guard and fishermen representatives is observing the Sagar Parikrama phase 7. It will be proceeding towards coastal regions are like Palikkara, Bekal, Kanhangadu, Kasargod, Mahe, Puducherry, Bepur, Chalyam, Kozhikode, Mattancherry, Kochi, Natika, Thrissur, Ernakulam, Kavaratti Island, Bangaram, Agati Island, Lakshadweep. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding repo rate. 1. It is the rate at which commercial banks borrow funds from the RBI. 2. It is a crucial tool to manage liquidity and control inflation in the economy. 3. The RBI provides these short-term loans without any securities from banks. How many of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3 or none? The correct answer is option B, only 2. Recently, the Monetary Policy Committee of the RBI has decided to keep the policy repo rate under the liquidity adjustment facility unchanged at 6.50%. It is the interest rate at which the central bank of a country lends money to commercial banks. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The repo is an abbreviation of repurchase agreement or repurchasing option. It is a crucial tool used by the RBI to manage liquidity and control inflation in the economy. Hence, statement 2 is correct. By increasing or decreasing the repo rate, the RBI influences interest rates and regulates the money supply in the banking system. The repo rate set by the RBI is the rate at which commercial banks borrow funds from the RBI against the collateral of securities. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is recently seen in the news. Atlantic Declaration is adopted by USA and UK, USA and Ukraine, USA and France, or USA and Saudi Arabia. The correct answer is option A, USA and UK. Recently, the United States and the United Kingdom announced the Atlantic Declaration for a 21st century US-UK economic partnership. It is a strategic pact underlining the special relationship to tackle China, Russia, and economic instability. It is aimed at boosting industry ties between both countries on defense and renewable energy. Senior White House and Downing Street representatives will convene biannually under the Atlantic Declaration Action Plan, that is ADAPT, to develop and drive forward concrete progress across the ADAPT. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Last question is recently seen in the news. Bagh print is associated with which of the following places? Dhar, Madhya Pradesh, Jodhpur, Rajasthan, Muzaffarpur, Bihar, or Puri, Odisha. The correct answer is option A, Dhar, Madhya Pradesh. Recently, the MP Tourism Board, in association with District Administration Dhar, launched a training camp on manufacturing sustainable bags based on Bagh print. The Bagh print is a traditional Indian handicraft originating in Bagh, Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh, India. Its name is derived from the village Bagh on the banks of the Bagh river. The Bagh print, as it is presently known in Madhya Pradesh, was started by the community of Muslim Khatris. They were converts to Islam under the influence of a Sufi saint in 1962 when they migrated from Manawar to Bagh. The weaving and hand block printing process, with the geometric designs, imaginative use of red and black natural colors, and taking advantage of the chemical properties of the river and effective use of colors, results in Bagh prints in a unique art form. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. Sometimes seen in the news, the Biligiri Rangaswamy Temple Tiger Reserve is located in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, or Maharashtra. Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.